BMW abandoned its conservative but attractive styling language well over a decade ago, but the 8 Series Gran Coupe does a great job of capturing some of that iconic design restraint. It's low and wide, featuring a traditional long hood short deck layout that emphasizes the rear-wheel drive platform. So even though there are some odd style details, specifically the grille and headlight styling and the busy lower section of the rear bumper, the overarching design is lovely. The 8 Series Gran Coupe is an eye-catcher. The M engines gets all the attention, but our favorite power plant from BMW is the turbocharged 3-liter straight-six featured on a huge number of the automaker's products. It's smooth and refined in everyday driving, and plenty powerful too, revving freely and emitting a fine sound out the back. Combine the powertrain with a neatly balanced suspension and a quick steering rack, and you get a damn good recipe for fun everyday driving. The 840i is quick enough to thrill, but not so powerful or high-strung that it's difficult to drive. The accessibility of the performance is ideal. At the same time, the 840i isn't insistent about hard driving. It's a fine luxury sedan with a composed ride, a quiet cabin, and high-quality materials. The 840i would make an exceptional daily driver. The 840i's 3-liter engine produces 335 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque, figures that are hardly impressive in a world where performance variants with double that output are increasingly common. That said, there's enough power to hit 60 in just 4.9 seconds, all while offering customers a near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution. Unfortunately, more speed is only available with the M850i, the far pricier M8, a car that's only available with all-wheel drive, weighs significantly more than our 4,300-pound tester, and lacks its excellent balance. The M850i may hit 60 in 3.7 seconds, but it's nearly 600 pounds heavier and has more weight over its front axle. This is a problem common in BMWs of late. There's virtually no feedback from the steering or through the chassis. Sure, the 840i is agile and its steering has the right amount of heft, but it never really says what's happening between the four tires and the road. There's just none of the communication that older BMWs used to offer. That's ultimately only a problem when you're really pushing the car, otherwise it's only a minor annoyance. BMW's latest iDrive system and digital gauge cluster are both standard, and our tester carried the whole array of active safety gear. That's normal. You'll find a similar setup in a comparable Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. But each of those rivals does a better job of integrating the disparate systems. There's no real relation between the digital gauge cluster and the iDrive display, with the former featuring less of the customization and, in turn, usefulness of MBUX or Audi Virtual Cockpit, and the latter simply being too deep with menus.